Assalamualaikum and good morning everyone. Thank you as well to Accounting Research Institute and thank you for the committee of this webinar for providing us this platform and allow us to benefit a lot of series of knowledge from UiTM Academia. And terima kasih to everyone here yang join pada hari ini. Semoga perkongsian hari ini dapat bagi manfaat bersama. Okay, so saya akan share the slide ya sekarang. The topic that I'm going to share today is polygraph and fraud, the science of lie detection. For information, I'm online dalam bilik polygraph lah to get the feel, and then maybe later I can show you the background of the polygraph room. For this session, I'm going to introduce you the ARI Polygraph Laboratory, a bit of the history of lie detection methods, and to get to know about operational terms used in polygraph, and explain how we conduct a polygraph test, and also explain how polygraph results looks like. Presently, we are operating at level 7 Menara Sultan Abdul Aziz Shah, UiTM Shah Alam. Bagi sesiapa yang ingin melawat ke polygraph lab kami alu-alukan, maybe boleh minta untuk kami buat session pengenalan dan sebagainya, dan juga apa-apa perkongsian yang diperlukan kami bersedia di sini. Sebenarnya ARI mempunyai 2 level di Menara SAS, level 12 di mana pejabat pentadbiran, fellow di tingkat 12 dan juga tingkat 7 lah untuk polygraph lab. Jadi apa-apa case yang subjek ataupun suspek dikendaki datang ke polygraph lab, ianya menjadi confidential. Tak ada siapalah yang tahu. Dia akan masuk naik ke tingkat 7 dan terus ke polygraph lab. Okay. Izinkan saya perkenalkan, sebenarnya kami mempunyai 4 orang certified polygraph examiner di ARI, iaitu me myself, Dr. Syuhada, Dr. Salwa dan juga Cik Munirah, our research officer. Certification yang kami dapat adalah di bawah APA, American Polygraph Association, di mana berpusat juga di Kuala Lumpur di bawah Criminologist Center yang dikendalikan oleh Dato' Akbar Sata, iaitu Akbar and Associate. Ini adalah polygraph lab kami, di mana kami right now we have about 3 polygraph examination room. Maknanya kami boleh membuat pemeriksaan polygraph 3 kes serentak, dan juga kami mempunyai 1 ruang untuk tujuan education dan juga penerangan. Kalau kita lihat sebelah kanan, inilah how the polygraph room looks like. Saya berada di sinilah. Okay, jika saya membuat polygraph test untuk any case, okay, saya akan berada di belakang meja ni yang tak nampak kursi ni, dan juga subjek berada di hadapan saya. Sebenarnya sedikit perkongsian, sebelum saya menyertai atau mengambil certification polygraph ni, I was thinking macam mana rupanya polygraph. Rupanya kalau sebenarnya polygraph ni kami perlukan a set of polygraph instrument yang mana tuan-tuan dan puan-puan boleh tengok di atas meja ni, dan juga 1 laptop. Kalau di office kami guna desktop, dan kalau kami buat case di luar kami menggunakan laptop. Ya, ini masih lagi menunjukkan bagaimana lab kami beroperasi. Okey, dan setakat ni kami mempunyai pelbagai aktiviti. Salah satunya kami dijemput juga untuk memberi penerangan berkenaan dengan polygraph test kepada ahli mesyuarat pegawai integriti Universiti Awam Malaysia. Jadi kami jemput ke ARI lah. Di sini kami membuat demo kepada salah seorang pegawai integriti daripada Universiti Awam. Okay, it's quite interesting to know about polygraph actually. Okay, dan kami juga menyertai IDAC 2019 di Dewan Tuanku Chancellor baru-baru ni, last IDAC. Okay, dan izinkan saya menerangkan berkenaan ARI, the functions of ARI dan juga polygraph. Okay, sebenarnya penubuhan ARI ini kami mempunyai the niche of research kita yang dipanggil Islamic Financial Criminology sebagai pioneering research agenda created by ARI in year 2010 when it was accorded the Higher Institution Center of Excellence status by the Ministry of Higher Education Malaysia. ARI research agenda actually aims to enrich knowledge corpus in the areas of Islamic finance and financial criminology through quality research, innovation and also consultancy. So ARI believe to develop a sustainable Islamic finance hub, Malaysia must continue introducing new Islamic finance product and also have to be mindful for the potential risk of the financial leakages that could retard the growth of Islamic finance factors. So there are various, as we know, there are various strategic aspects that should be considered. One of them is to understand the leakages and financial criminology activities that includes money laundering, corruption, bribery, and also financial fraud. For this part, ARI fellows are actively researched and published in the areas of governance, integrity, transparency, and also accountability. While the establishment of ARI Polygraph Laboratory is actually to facilitate and advance the research in forensic accounting and also financial criminology. So the conduct of polygraph tests could assist the aspect of investigation procedure, and in addition we also aims to promote the organizational integrity and ethical integrity at a public university that possibly could result the ethical quality of interactions and decision-making procedures. And for your information, ARI merupakan the only one higher institution center of excellence in social science di Malaysia. So by doing that, we have the ARI Polygraph Lab in line with our niche area, iaitu financial criminology. Therefore, we also offer related courses like polygraph training, okay, investigation and techniques, and a few more yang related dengan financial criminology. Okay, and also we have collaboration with Malaysian PDRM, SPRM, and also the Criminology Center, and which use the technology as tool to enhance the quality of our research and also improve the investigation procedure. So far, ARI offer polygraph examination service to government, organisation, law enforcement agencies, corporate sector and also private sector. Currently, kami hanya buat civil case sahaja. Kami tidak buat untuk criminal case kerana criminal case melibatkan banyak procedures. Dan setakat ni, maybe saya boleh share juga, our trainers, our certified polygraph examiner, actually our facilitator adalah daripada SPRM. So we handle some of the cases yang kami handle merupakan real case, yang mana we need to design the questions in order to conduct the polygraph. Okay, and ARI certified polygraph examiner juga dilantik oleh Vice Chancellor sebagai integrity UITM. So far we handle quite a number of cases seperti penipuan, pecah amanah, gangguan seksual dan pelbagai lagi. Semua conduct of polygraph kami consider sebagai confidential. Dan result of this polygraph juga diambil pakai untuk membuat keputusan di peringkat jawatankuasa integriti dan juga related committee lah. Okay. Dan setakat ni ada juga kes yang melibatkan kerjasama daripada luar. Sebagai contoh, kami dan juga wakil daripada SPRM yang mengendalikan, kerana bila kita buat polygraph, when we conduct the polygraph examination, we actually involve later I will explain further. We involve two types of examination or session. The first session involve the interrogation. Okay, interrogation. Kalau kami ni perlukan more training to become more brutal. Tapi since kami masih lagi handle case-case civil, jadi the serious cases we invite the SPRM polygrapher to join us to involve in the interrogation. And hasilnya adalah the subject telah mengaku bersalah sebelum kami mulakan polygraph test. So in this case, when the subject already admit that dia bersalah, jadi itu adalah choice bagi mereka sama ada untuk teruskan polygraph test ataupun tidak. Selain daripada civil cases, ataupun civil cases actually adalah yang masuk kepada job screening, integrity cases, penipuan dan juga salah laku, sex harassment, integrity testing. Dan juga kita untuk establish truthfulness of any complainant, and maybe untuk prove your innocent, corruption dan juga job screening. Okay, and for your information, bagi case UiTM, maybe saya hanya boleh fokus pada case UiTM yang mana kami telah buat. Case tersebut merupakan case yang melibatkan penipuan, pecah amanah dan juga sexual harassment. Dan to be fair, we have done the polygraph test to pengadu dan juga yang diadu. Itu yang dimaksudkan to prove of your innocence and also to establish truthfulness of any complainant. Kami juga test kepada si pengadu ataupun yang mengadu bahawa beliau dianiayai lah. So therefore we conduct both parties, to get the truthfulness. And interestingly, bagi polygraph test, if someone asking me either we can rely or not on the polygraph test, maybe I can share. This is a simple test when I ask you about your favorite color. Let's say Mr. A tell me that his favorite color is white. And I asking him about his favorite color, and he has to write down his favorite color and put the paper in his pocket. And then when I run the polygraph test, I will ask him to answer no for the 8 colors. Let's say white is your favorite color, and he said no. Red is your favorite color, no. Means that he answering no to all colors that I asked. And then when we look at the graph, when it comes to his favorite color, the graph is different. Itu yang menarik berkenaan dengan polygraph test. Even we do the simple test. So the next one is allow me to explain about the historical method of detecting deception. It's very interesting to know in West Africa earlier, African persons suspected of a crime were made to pass a bird's egg to one another. Kalaulah orang yang pegang telur tu pecah, maknanya he was considered guilty based on the idea that their nervousness was to blame. While in ancient China, the suspect held a handful of rice in his mouth during a prosecutor's speech. Since salivation was believed to cease at time of emotional anxiety, the person was considered guilty if by the end of that speech the rice was dry. It's quite interesting to know the previous methods of lie detector, right? And earlier methods of detecting deception include trial by iron hot ordeal, by combat, ordeal of rice chewing, and also donkey toss ordeal. Pelbagai lagi mengikut budaya dan juga masyarakat. Bagi sesetengah negara. Izinkan saya berkongsi. One of the this is what we call BSHA. Okay, justice system yang daripada Ismailia Egypt, macam mana dia dalam budaya mereka dia detect deception menerusi this method. Okay.
مجلس الوقت دي عليه أكثر من 250 سنة، أكثر من 300 سنة، جيل ورا جيل.
اقعد يا انا هنا اوعى تتحرك. عجلت وليدي والله بري الله يبعد عندني فيه. الله اقسم بالله يا رب الله يجزيك. وانا خلا خلا وعدت وين هربنا يا رب والله. وانتم مقعدكم رايكم حاجه وما عملت حاجه وما عملها بدون مجال.
الكبار بتاعت العيلة بتاعت القبيلة يقروا الفاتحة إن احنا انت هتمسك البشعة دي أمانة، لا تمشي مشي جودك، تمشي بما يرضي الله بين الناس وبين بعضيها، لا في تغش فيها. ولا طبعا اللي هو جاي عايز ياخذ براءته والثاني عايز ياخذ حقه، لازم تمشي بما يرضي الله.
يعني طبعا هو الشعب المصري عرف ان دي بتطلع الحقيقه وتظهر الساده الكتاب، فكله لا جاهلين. بدل ما يروح مثلا الشرطه مثلا ياخذ شخص.
Okay. It's quite interesting to know about how people use different methods to detect deception, right? Okay. Tapi ini tidak digunakan sebagai bukti di mahkamah lah, alright? So, come to the point, let me explain about what is polygraph. Okay, polygraph actually a test, okay, a test, and we use this test of we question individual or we question the subject for the purpose of detecting deception, or we want to verify the truth of statement. So polygraph is also referring to instrument for the recording of changes in blood pressure, fast rate, respiration dan juga skin resistance as indication of emotional disturbance. Okay, so polygraph is a instrument yang kita measure or record several psychological response seperti our blood pressure, pulse, respiration and skin conductivity. Earlier, okay, before the polygraph, the scientific instrument of detecting deception using only one type of instrument like blood pressure, pulse, and also respiration. And when it comes to polygraph, they put together all this system and they name as polygraph. Okay, as I said just now, history of polygraph. The invention started in year 1895 when Cesaro Lombroso invent the scientific instrument to detect deception. They call it as hydroseismograph, which measure changes in pulse and blood pressure. Okay, so when suspects were questioned about their involvement of specific offense, they use this hydroseismograph where they measure the changes of pulse and blood pressure sahaja. And later in year 1914, Vittorio Benussi, he successfully detected deception using nomograph. Nomograph is measuring inhalation and exhalation. But in 1917, okay, William Marston again extend the detection instrument. He named it a CMO manometer, which used to obtain periodic discontinuous blood pressure reading during the course of examination. And in 1920, we have a device recording both blood pressure and also galvanic skin response by Dr. John A. Larson. Okay, so polygraph is the integrated of these four invention. Okay, maksudnya dia satukan measuring pulse and blood pressure, okay, inhalation and exhalation, and also the skin response. Ini yang kita namakan polygraph. Okay. Let me share with you the operational terms in polygraph. Okay, when we do the polygraph examination or polygraph test, okay, we should be familiar with this term, especially we understand the polygraph as a scientific method of detecting deception. So the word derived from the word poly means many, and graph means writing charts, many of questions and many times of conduct of tests. Okay, normally we do 3 times. Subject is referring to the person who is suspected to become a criminal, or we call it as a subject, and me myself as a person who run the test is a polygraph examiner. And the response from the instrument, okay, the previous slide just now explained about the invention of machine, the instrument. So they produce a chart, okay, refers the composite records of nomograph, galvanograph, and cardiofilmograph, which tracing the series from the series of actions. And when we put together all these instruments to subject's body, so when we ask the question, the subject will give response to us. Okay, so if there is any activity or inhibition of the previous activity of an organism resulting from the stimulation. Okay, and definitely the most important part in polygraph examination is to know about fear and stimulus. Okay, how fear and stimulus give emotional response. When actually the successful of polygraph test is depend on the question design by the polygraph examiner. Meaning to say that as a polygraph examiner, they have to understand all about the case. They have to get the full information of the case, and supposedly the investigator in charge will provide her a file or 2 files, any related information, okay, for the case, and from the information given, she or he will design the effective questions that could give emotional response, okay, towards the case, okay. So this is what we call emotional response to a specific danger that appears to beyond a person's defensive power. And this question is quite interesting actually, because we are not asking questions along the examination with the same questions. We will pair with the irrelevant question, and also we will pair with the control questions, because after this I will explain about the 3 types of question that we pose to the subject. After we ask the questions, the response will the response of the fear and also the emotional response towards the questions will be resulted in the chart or polygram. So we can see the normal tracing, where a tracing on the chart wherein the subject answered in the irrelevant question. But if I want to know the response to the specific question, where the specific question is referring to the control questions, it is related to the specific response where we can find any deviation from normal tracing of the subject. Okay. So far, we use the LX4000 computerized polygraph system. Okay, for your information, in addition to the laptop, LX polygraph software is very important for us, these two, okay, where we connect the instrument to this pneumo, where two respiration input channel, EDA galvanic skin response, and also cardio blood volume, okay. And these polygraph components are not invasive. So this instrument use sensors placed on an individual to monitor and record their psychology during the testing phase. Okay. The components of polygraph examination includes armchair. Okay, this is the armchair, but if we don't have armchair, we can still conduct a polygraph test. If saya dijemput ke luar untuk conduct the polygraph, saya hanya memerlukan satu kursi yang mana subject can put dia boleh letak lengan dia dengan selesa, and the room is quiet lah. Itu yang kami perlukan. And we use arm curve and palm bulb, macam kita test kita punya high blood pressure itulah sama. Okay, and then EDA snap finger electric code untuk menyambungkan antara instrumen, and also disposable EDA electric codes. Okay, ini dia. Dan the conduct of polygraph is recorded. Okay, not only voice recording, but also kita ada CCTV lah supaya the fair of conduct of polygraph. So, how a polygraph test is really measures? Actually, this instrument measures 4 to 6 psychological reaction where we recorded by 3 different medical instruments that are combined in one machine. Okay, the first machine is cardio femograph. Okay, where a blood pressure cuff is wrapped around the subject arm to measure the blood pressure and also heart. Okay, and the movement of blood through the subject vein generate a sound and transmitted through the air in the curve to bellows that amplify the sound, and the magnitude of the sound relate to the blood pressure, and the frequency of changes in the sound relates to the heart rate. Okay, it gives response when they have to answer the questions. Okay, and nomograph components where we put a tube placed around the subject chest and also abdomen. Okay, so we have 2 readings to record the subject respiratory rate. Okay, it works when this tube filled within the tubes are recorded on the polygraph. Okay, and the third one is galvanograph. It's very interesting. Why? Because we put cincin lah, ring to the subject fingers. Okay, something that we should aware that actually skin will give response to our emotion as well. So this is the electrical sensors that record the amount of preparation produced. Kita mungkin pernah dengar kalau berpeluh kan, kalau kita takut kita berpeluh, kalau kita ada juga some people bila emotional dia akan berpeluh. Maksudnya the reaction from our skin. Okay, so because the skin of fingertips contain a high density of sweat glands, and these changes are recorded by the polygraph as well. Okay. Okay, I believe you might be asking me, is a polygraph test admissible as evidence in Malaysia? So far, polygraph result tidak diterima pakai di mahkamah. Even di United States pun belum diterima pakai di mahkamah, but 90% of the evidence used as a strong evidence dalam investigation procedure. Okay, so let me share with you statement daripada our IG, our ketua polis berkenaan dengan poligraf ya.
Poligraf ni itu ujian poligraf sebenarnya tidak diterima sebagai ini dalam proses mahkamah ini sebagai bukti, kita tak diterima. Ujian poligraf ni hanya digunakan oleh pasukan siasatan untuk membantu meyakinkan penyiasan orang ni bercakap benar atau tidak. Jadi kalau kita dapati bahawa dia bercakap benar mengikut ujian tadi, kita gandakan lagi usaha kita. Aspek mana yang lemah yang kita tak ada bukti ni tadi. Pasal kita percaya dia cakap betul. Tetapi bukti yang setakat yang ada ni tak ada. Tapi kita akan deliberate lagi dan kita akan cari angle mana, bukti yang sebelah mana yang kita perlu berusaha lebih gigih untuk dapatkan.
Jadi saudara tu cakap betul.
Belum tahu lagi saya.
Okay, itu sedikit perkongsian untuk menyatakan bahawa polygraph result digunakan sebagai ataupun membantu penyiasatan dan keputusan membuat keputusan. Okay. So, but polygraph or lie detector continue to be used by law enforcement. Even sekarang pun PDRM kekal menggunakan polygraph dan juga SPRM sebagai salah satu prosedur wajib dalam penyiasatan. Okay, if we ask how reliable, okay, from the research, the number is quite similar to the research findings where supporters claim only 85 to 95% accuracy rates because some subject they might challenge actually the system of polygraph. Okay, critics say there is not enough scientific evidence to say whether it detects lies or not. Okay, because we only measure the body movement, breathing, breathing of diaphragm, chest, preparation, pulse, and also blood pressures. And how it works, the sensors measure body changes as subject answer yes to no answer and data recorded on the computer. Okay, now let me explain about the polygraph examiner. Technically, he or she must have a complete knowledge of the instrument and its capabilities and also limitation. Okay, kami mendapat latihan selama 6 bulan to become a certified polygraph examiner, and we have to handle I think more than 50 cases. So it's quite difficult for us to find the subject lah. Siapa yang nak jadi subjek untuk kami kan. So nak tak nak kami kena among us lah. Kena maknanya saya kena jadi subjek to my friend. Okay, untuk case penipuan. Okay, tapi when we do this kind of training, bila bukan case sebenar, the result is different. Because we know that we are not guilty, right? Sebenarnya kita bukan kes sebenar, dia tak akan menunjukkan result yang sebenar. So we try to find other people outside RE, and try to find friend to friends who want to try this. So we put all the instrument on their bodies and they feel so macam takut-takut. So then we get the result, either deception or non-deception. Okay. And morally, they have to maintain a high personal integrity and increasing personal proficiency through constant study and research. This is to understand case and how to design the questions and try to find the loophole of the investigation. Or he and she also constantly bear in mind his primary obligation to his subject to afford them all possible safeguard against error. Okay, let me explain. Even though the polygraph machine provide us the result, the automatic result, but we as examiner need to use before we get the printed result. We have to find on our own. It's like the calculation. Okay, we have to print out the graph. Okay, and then we have to we do have the formula lah. Okay, a few types of formula. In fact, the question also we have a few types of question, depends on the types of cases. Okay. And he or she should be independent, seeker of truth, and never allow any personal feelings, sympathies, or prejudice influence the result of the examination. I still remember where the Dato' Akbar always asks us to bear in mind that as a polygraph examiner, we have to be professional, we have to be warm, and satu professional, satu kita kena mesra, dan satu lagi kita kena tegas. Itu yang dikendaki 3 perkara. Kenapa? Because why should we be warm person? Because for the first part of the interrogation, the first part of examination process, okay, where we have to interrogate is like interview. we have to make our subject selesa dengan kita and allow us to tell everything about the cases. Jadi dia akan cerita sebenarnya apa yang berlaku. Di situ pun kita dah boleh lihat dia ni menipu ataupun tidak. Okay. So masa kita buat polygraph test, kita tak perlu cakap banyak lah. Kenapa? Sebab we handle the instrument, so we have to be quiet and subject just need to answer yes and also no. Okay. So the polygraph examiner, they should get the file from the investigation officer to prepare subject for testing. Maksudnya dia kena design question. Questions yang kita akan tanya kepada subject, kita ada a few types of question. Z score ada a few types lah, yang mana bergantung kepada how severe is the case yang kami kena buat. And then we conduct the polygraph and we have to compile the written reports. Dan kita bagi balik kepada investigation officer. Kalau di ITM ni kami bagi balik kepada integrity officer lah. Selepas tu kami tamat. We don't do anything about that. Okay. Selesai tugas kami. Okay, and to conduct the polygraph test, we need the polygraph room. Okay, and the polygraph room should be private, free from outside noise, tak ada distracting apa-apa, and the lampu kena cukup okay lah. Kalau suspek kata dia tak suka lampu terang, okay, saya kena dimkan atau maybe saya akan tutup supaya subjek tu tenang. Okay, well ventilated and tak boleh ada pictures ke, paintings ke, decoration atau apa-apalah, dan this room should be soundproof. Memang lab kami mengikut piawaian bagi American Polygraph Association punya inilah requirement. Why should we follow this thing? Maksudnya kenapa perlu kita tak boleh ada this thing? Kenapa? Sebab subject need a peaceful mind untuk answer. Kita nak clearkan semua fikirannya daripada benda-benda lain and focus to the subject matter. Okay, itu keperluan yang kita perlukan untuk conduct the polygraph lah, the effective polygraph test. Okay, tapi kalau tuan-tuan dan perempuan ada masa dan boleh melawat our lab, okay, boleh lihat bagaimana kita, mungkin lepas ni saya akan tunjukkan juga macam mana the armchair, armrest and dia punya laptop looks like. So we come to the phases of polygraph examination. As I said just now, we have two phases of polygraph examination. The first one is pre-interrogation. Pre-interrogation, okay, maksudnya bila saya mendapat file from the investigation officer, okay, I have to study the case. I have to understand the case and I have to design the question that will be asked. Okay, and that should be asked to the subject. Okay, boleh tidak dia akan macam bias dan sebagainya lah. Jadi pre-interrogation based on the reported case. Jadi we formulate the question based on the reported case. Okay, and then masa pre-interrogation saya kena pastikan subjek saya sihat walafiat. Dia tak ada apa-apa medical problem, okay, dan saya akan terangkan. Saya kena buat friendly lah dekat subjek, okay. Mula sampai kami dah sediakan breakfast, okay. Masa tu as usual lah, kalau kita di tempat mereka pun kita akan rasa nervous, okay. Jadi kami sediakan breakfast dan minum sama-sama. Dah masa tu kita dah mula actually, okay. Kebiasaan kami dia akan bagi tahulah, saya sangat sedih lah, kenapa saya dipanggil macam ni kan. But I always tell them that actually you ni bernasib baik, you are lucky because you have a chance to bagi tahu bahawa you tidak bersalah. Kalau you betul-betul tidak bersalah, ini adalah peluang sebenarnya. Actually kalau kita lihat on the positive side, actually polygraph ini adalah satu test yang memberi peluang kepada any subject atau any suspect untuk membela diri actually. Jadi the subject ataupun the suspect dah start calm down, and then bila saya rasa saya dah tengok dia okay, boleh saya mula, okay, dan dia kata setuju, okay, now kita masuk ke bilik polygraph. Okay, bila masuk ke bilik polygraph, saya tanya kesihatan dia okay ke, atau you rasa sesak nafas ke sekarang. Kalau he or she has that kind of condition, saya tak boleh mulakan polygraph. So I have to ensure that he or she in a good condition. Okay, so saya akan explain to the subject the purpose of examination lah. Ini memang tak ada rahsia-rahsia lagi lah. Sebagaimana you tahu, of course saya conduct dalam bahasa Malaysia. Okay, sebagaimana yang kita tahu Cik atau Encik dituduh sebagai apa-apa, dan ini adalah peluang Cik ini kan. Okay, so for your information, okay, the design question should be informed to the subject. Maksudnya the subject already know all the 10 question or 8 question that will be asked. Maksudnya kalau dia kata, no, doktor, saya tak happy kalau you tanya saya soalan nombor 8. Saya tak buat benda tu. Dengan emotionalnya. But okay, I will say that okay, no problem. Okay, saya tak boleh tanya. Maksudnya soalan the conduct of polygraph hendaklah mendapat persetujuan daripada subjek, dan juga soalan yang akan ditanya pun kena mendapat persetujuan daripada subjek. Okay, so I have to realign the question. Saya akan ubah soalan tersebut tapi menjurus kepada apa yang saya nak tanya. And then I ask again, okay, is that okay kalau saya tanya macam ni? Okay, kalau saya tanya, adakah anda mengambil wang tersebut daripada Encik Malik di atas upah untuk memasukkan pelajar ke UiTM, katakanlah macam tu Okay, jadi tak, saya tak pernah buat bantu. Jangan tanya saya soalan macam tu. So saya tak boleh. Okay, jadi saya akan tanya, saya akan ubah soalan tu, adakah anda bersubahat? Adakah anda bersubahat menerima sejumlah wang daripada Encik Malik di atas upah sekian. Itu dalam pretest lah. Jadi for your information, pretest interview ni mengambil masa yang lama. Sometimes dia akan ambil masa sejam, 2 jam ataupun 3 jam. Kenapa? Sebab to get a good result of polygraph, I need to design a good questions in polygraph test. Okay, so based on the interview tu lah kita akan design balik questions, dan kita pasti akan dapat result yang bagus. Okay, dia akan ceritalah from the beginning to the, and then saya akan tengok dah the chronology of the cases. Then kita akan tanya, okay, pada masa tu Cik ada outstation di Pulau Redang. Okay, Cik ada jumpa ni, kenapa jumpa dia? Macam kita berbual-bual lah. Itulah yang menyebabkan dia sometimes dia akan trick juga tau. Ada juga yang sometimes dia tak boleh nak elak kalaulah pelaku itu bersalah, dan hasilnya memang polygraph result menunjukkan 99% deception. 3 kali saya run the test, 99% deception. Okay, and after we finish the pre-test interview, okay, setuju sekarang saya boleh mulakan polygraph test, dan saya pun akan masukkan semua dan kita akan buat polygraph test. Okay, saya akan bagi soalan dan you kena jawab soalan 1 hingga soalan 3 you kena jawab yes. Soalan 4 hingga 8 you kena jawab no. Itu sahaja tugasnya, jawab yes dan juga no. And selepas daripada interrogation dan kita masukkan polygraph test, dan saya akan tengok graf yang keluar. And I should analyze the graph and I try to find any deviant action, dan akan ada post test di mana I need additional interview to clarify the findings. Saya akan tanya dia, masa saya tanya soalan nombor 4 tadi, kenapa you rasa terkejut? Kenapa saya boleh cakap I can say about terkejut because the graph shows that you terkejut dengan soalan tersebut, ataupun you nervous, ataupun you telah membuat tindakan emosi you macam terganggu dan sebagainya, dan dia akan jawab lagi. Okay, so we compile all this evidence. Alright, so Right now, let me explain about actually what types of question yang kita tanya. Okay, we have 3 types of question. The first question is irrelevant question. Nanti saya tunjukkan macam mana rupa irrelevant question. Dan question number 2 is relevant question. Dan second types of question is relevant question, and the third type of question is control question. Okay, how it works, relevant question is actually mostly related to the case. Kalau dia mencuri, kita akan tanya berkenaan dengan mencuri. Kalau dia membuat pecah amanah, kita akan tanya pasal pecah amanah. Okay, normally relevant question tak banyak. Kita akan ada 2 ataupun 3 saja. And control question is pair with the relevant question. Kenapa? Sebab kita nak tengok reactions or the response from the subject. Okay. For irrelevant questions, the question tak ada kaitan langsung dengan case. Okay, the question may refer to subject age. Adakah anda berumur, of course saya tahu umur dia berapa. So adakah anda berumur 45 tahun, 60 tahun dan sebagainya, dia akan jawab ya. All the irrelevant questions should be answered by saying yes, yes, yes. Okay, and the purpose is to ascertain, saya nak pastikan the subject dah tenang. Maksudnya bila kita tanya soalan-soalan yang betul, dia akan tenang. Okay, and the second types of question pertaining to the issue under investigation, the most related to the case, so they must be ambiguous and unequivocal, understandable to the subject. Kita tak boleh tanya 2 benda. Katakanlah dia buat 2 perkara, dia pecah amanah dan juga dia buat sex harassment. Kita tak boleh tanya dalam satu soalan tu 2 perkara, tak boleh. So kita kena fokus satu-satu. Okay, that's why relevant question we got 2 or 3 in certain types of investigation. Okay, and kita kena bagi priority. So it is equally important to limit the number of relevant question to avoid discomfort to the subject. And the last one is control question. Control question actually unrelated to the matter under investigation, but quite similar to the nature. Kalau kata dia pecah amanah kan, adakah anda menerima wang kan, corruption itulah. Kalau ni, adakah anda pernah mengkhianati majikan anda? Itu maknanya soalan yang kontrol, benda yang dia tak buat tapi is quite similar to the case yang dia kena sabitkan. Okay, ini adalah sample question untuk pecah amanah. Okay, for your information, I took this from the polygraph, from the chart lah yang kami buat. Okay, for question number 1 to number 3 adalah irrelevant question. Adakah hari ini hari Rabu? Adakah anda akan jawab dengan jujur? Adakah anda yakin saya akan tanya soalan yang telah dibincangkan sahaja? Okay, ini adalah control question. Kalaulah, if you can see question number 4 and question number 5 and question number 6, control question, okay, dia akan duduk antara relevant question. Inilah pinpoint yang mana kami akan detect. Okay, for control question, adakah anda pernah menipu menipu ibu anda? Okay, kalau lelaki saya akan suka tanya, adakah anda pernah menipu isteri anda? Okay, benda yang common yang selalu kita buat kan, adakah anda pernah menipu kawan anda? Benda yang selalu kita buat. But the relevant question is, adakah anda pernah menipu untuk menyelamatkan diri anda? Which is semua benda ni kita pernah buat. Okay, dalam kehidupan seharian kita. Jadi for liar, orang yang menipu ni, dia akan fokus kepada relevant question sahaja. They don't care about control question. Why I said that? Because this question telah kami inform kepada suspect. Saya dah bagi tahu dah 10 soalan yang saya akan tanya. Dia dah tahu dah kedudukan. Some of the suspect dia minta saya ulang 3 kali. Boleh tak doktor ulang lagi sekali soalan yang nak tanya? Kenapa? I believe dia nak tengok kedudukan. Dia try to beat the polygraph lah. Okay. And another relevant question, last kali tu, adakah anda tahu siapa yang mengambil wang tersebut? Ini simple question untuk pecah amanah lah. Okay, dan selain daripada pecah amanah, kami juga buat untuk job screening, di mana untuk lantikan top management, dia perlukan ataupun higher level post, dia perlukan job screening polygraph test untuk bantu nak pastikan bahawa lantikan itu daripada orang yang betul-betul berintegriti lah. Adakah hari ini hari Isnin, adakah anda jawab dengan jujur kan? Tapi the control dengan 6 ni, because our aim is to know adakah anda pernah melakukan jenayah sebelum ni. Tapi the relevant question, but the control we ask, adakah anda pernah menipu ibu anda, adakah anda pernah menipu untuk menyelamatkan diri anda. Ini antara contoh job screening. Okay. And the polygraph result. We have 3 types of result from polygraph. The first one is no deception. No deception bila result tu, the graph shows that the examinee is telling the truth lah, maknanya emotional response dia tu mengikut kaedah yang kita tengok, ianya tidak menipu lah, tak ada emotional response towards the tindakan control and relevant question tadi. And the deception, kalaulah examinee ni memang dia memang menipu, kita akan dapat deception. Dan juga inconclusive. Inconclusive ni terjadi bila the subject try to beat the system. Dia cuba nak lawan sistem tu, maksudnya dia akan berpura-pura, dia akan berlakon, dia tahan nafas dan sebagainya. Maknanya not in natural ways of doing the test. So apa yang kami buat, sekiranya dapat inconclusive, kami akan buat lagi. Kami katakanlah setiap kali polygraph test kami buat, we run 3 times, maksudnya we set another date to come back untuk buat lagi. Tapi kalau result tu no deception, 1 deception, kami akan buat lagi sekali supaya kami dapat the accurate result. Kalaulah deception, 3 deception, tak ada masalah lah. Kalau 3 no deception pun tak ada masalah. Okay. And this is the sample chart. If we look at here, the above one is the blue lines where measuring the breath yang kita letak atas tadi di dada dan juga di perut. Maknanya pernafasan. Itu yang atas tu pernafasan daripada atas dan di bawah tu pernafasan di bahagian perut. And the green line is measuring the skin sweat response. Okay. And the red line is measuring the blood pressure. What I did before, I will look at the control question and the relevant question. Banyaklah benda lah yang kita tengok kan. Kalau tengok kat bawah ni 13, 25, 29, itu adalah second yang kita tanyalah. So kita akan adalah kaedah untuk kita kira benda ni. Macam graf ni -1, okay, +1 dan sebagainya. Okay. Ini adalah sample of polygraph result. Ini soalan yang saya guna adalah zone MGQT. Kalau zone MGQT ni, kita ada 10 soalan. 10 soalan tadi yang pecah amanah kan. Jadi ini adalah resultnya adalah no deception indicated. Berapa kali kita buat yang ni? Ini baru chart exam 1. Kita ada exam 2, exam 3 and exam 1, 2, 3 sahaja. Okay. For this case, kalau saya tak silap, 2 no deception dan 1 deception, dan kami run satu lagi untuk dapatkan the accurate result. Okay. So, you might thinking, what is the underlying theory of the polygraph, right? Okay, we can say that in easy words. I can say that when people lie, they also get measurably nervous about lying. When they try to lie, their heartbeat increase, their blood pressure goes up, and breathing rhythm change, and their perspiration also increase. So a baseline for this psychology characteristic is established by using the response of the design question. Ini yang saya katakan, the successful of a polygraph test, I mean the accurate result is based on the question design, okay? And the deviation from as a sign of lying, okay? So, the test procedures, okay, we have procedures. Soalan tak boleh daripada 12 soalan. Okay, question yang kami design tak boleh lebih daripada 12 soalan. Dan minimum 3 charts are taken untuk pastikan the accuracy of result. and the accuracy of conduct, and should be in relaxed environment. Okay, that is the test procedure. With that, I thank you. Itu saja perkongsian saya untuk hari ini berkenaan dengan poligraf. Saya harap ianya jelas dan apa-apa soalan boleh kemukakan ataupun maybe boleh tanya saya secara pribadi dan juga kami jemput untuk ke Ari. Okay?
Thank you so much Dr. Norazida for the impressive and informative presentation. Now we open our session for Q&A. We start with the first question that I got from the chat column. The first question, can person under investigation refuse to take polygraph test?
Yeah. Thank you for the question. Actually, earlier I said that the subject, we should get consent from the subject. Meaning to say that if the subject do not agree, dia tak setuju untuk buat poligraf, kita tak boleh buat. Itu adalah consent punya prosedur lah. Kalau tak ada consent, kita tak boleh buat poligraf.
Dr. Norazida, I just concerned about the health status. Okay, in case the candidate ada masalah dengan kesihatan, how the examiner, the polygraph examiner omit this issue?
Okay, to conduct the polygraph, selain daripada consent, the polygraph, the suspect dikendaki dalam keadaan sihat walafiat kan. Jadi kalaulah even masa saya interview tadi, kalau ada subjek tu rasa macam tiba-tiba rasa sesak nafas, saya tak boleh. In fact, bila kita buat polygraph test untuk kes UiTM, kita secara sulitnya, walaupun the suspect tak tahu, Jabatan Integriti, pihak integriti telah menyediakan ambulan di bawah.
Oh, kalau kata dia tu dah memang ada darah tinggi, kencing manis.
Itu adalah unexpected event kan. So we couldn't, in fact kita pun dah sediakan, kita hati-hati any ruang untuk suspek untuk melarikan diri ataupun bertindak di luar dugaan, macam dia nak terjun bangunan, semua tu kita ambil kira semua aspek tersebut.
Okay, before we start to run the polygraph test, any preliminary test that you run before, means sebelum you give the question, any preliminary test?
No, we don't have any preliminary test except for the interrogation session. As I said just now, interrogation session or interview session is very important. We do have a session that the subject already admit, okay? Dia dah mengaku awal-awal dia buat benda tu sebelum kita buat polygraph test. So I ask him to sama ada nak continue atau tak. Dia kata saya tak nak continue because saya dah mengaku. So everything has been recorded, right? So we use the recording from the voice recording and also CCTV as an evidence that dia dah mengaku.
Okay, kita proceed for the next question daripada Syaira Ismail. How do we test the integrity during the job screening process? What is the benchmark grading?
The benchmark grading, okay, in polygraph test, we don't have any benchmark grading for the integrity test. I have to follow the request. I mean, let's say any jabatan, okay, private organisation yang mana dia nak buat integrity test to their employee, okay, dan dia hantar ni dia nak test on which part. So the question design should be related to the request. Let's say dia nak yang betul-betul integrity towards confidentiality sahaja kan. So we focus on confidentiality. Kalau dia nak focus on integrity yang mana tak ambil rasuah, tak pernah ambil rasuah sebelum ni. So we focus the question on that corruption matters. So it depends on the request from our client.
Assalamualaikum doktor. So the question yang integrity test tu, it depends on the cases. It means ada different questions for each punya integrity case lah. That means they are not using the similar questions. That means it would be questions.
We actually we have to follow the request from our client. Let's say Sarah need to do the corruption, kan? Not corruption for integrity on that matter. So we focus the question on that matter saja. Dia by case. Polygraph test ni should be done by case because the relevant question only have 2 question or 3 questions sahaja.
Oh, okay. That one for the employee yang dah lama kerja. What about new employee? Kita nak test. Kalau kita nak test regarding the information, we can test them right automatically kan. So what about any other things? For example, like integrity balik for the new punya employees. Is there any?
Okay, I believe I also have experience in doing this because new employee, we should look at the. We want to see dia punya integrity, filosofi, dia punya definite sebab dia belum bekerja kan. Okay, bila belum bekerja ni, we have to look at dia punya background dulu. Background daripada mana? Background at university dan juga masa alam persekolahan.
Oh, normally we will conduct the background checking lah. Human resource akan conduct all the checking. That means
human resource need to give me all the information. Maksudnya,
okay.
I couldn't do the polygraph test without
information.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Doctor. Okay.
My pleasure, Sarah.
Okay. You too.
Okay, Dr. Norazida, we proceed for another question from Hashimah Abdul Rahim. Assalamualaikum Doktor, terima kasih di atas perkongsian berkenaan poligraf yang sangat bermanfaat dan untuk pengetahuan Doktor, saya baru tahu terdapat poligraf lab dan certified polygrapher di dalam UiTM. Soalan saya, apakah prosedur yang perlu dilalui oleh seorang subjek atau tertuduh sebelum menjalankan sesi poligraf test tersebut?
Oh, prosedur ya? Okay. Allow me to share my experience doing the polygraph test for UiTM lah. Boleh Okay. Definitely bila ada integrity case, maksudnya subjek tersebut telah dituduh atau telah dilibatkan dengan sesuatu case, dia telah diberitahu oleh unit integrity. Jadi unit integrity telah hantar surat kepada subjek dan dia dikendaki untuk membuat poligraf dengan arahan daripada jabatan tersebut. Jadi itu telah bermula satu prosedur bahawa sekiranya subjek itu tidak bersetuju, dia akan bagi tahu kepada jabatan integriti bahawa dia tidak bersetuju. Setakat ini semua subjek bersetuju untuk buat polygraph test. Jadi pihak Jabatan Integriti akan maklumkan kepada kami ada new case dan kami diberikan file untuk baca ke semua maklumat case. In fact, the chronology, okay? They prepare me the chronology of case and I have to understand all the cases, okay? Dan kami tetapkan tarikh lah. Bila tarikh tersebut, okay, subjek itu datang ke lab dan kita akan mulakan proses macam tadilah. Interrogation dan juga test. Kami tak ada apa-apa prosedur sebelum tu. Maknanya bila dia bersetuju, saya akan make them selesa bila masa interview, interrogate dan juga saya akan maklumkan soalan dan apa kejadian. Kalau normally dia akan mengadulah, saya tak pernah buat macam ni. Okay, saya akan keep on bagi tahu. Tak apa kalau you tak pernah buat benda ni, inilah peluang untuk you nak membela diri, kan? Jadi itu sahaja masa untuk dia nak mengadu ke, nak macam saya tak pernah buat, kenapa kan ni selalu cakap macam ni, dia akan cerita semua. That's why I said during the interrogation sometimes it took about 3 hours, 2 hours, tak adalah interrogation macam setengah jam, tak ada. Kenapa? Itu ada sesi meluahkan perasaan.
Dr. Azida, instead of polygraph examiner, any counsellor in your department regarding to the test? No,
we don't have any counselor. To do this, we have to get a certification from APA. It's not an easy way, and we need a certain knowledge yang betul-betul berkaitan, barulah kami boleh buat. Actually, masa saya buat training dengan Dr. Shu dengan Dr. Salwa baru-baru 2 tahun lepas tu, actually bagi kami pressure juga tahu untuk menyiapkan benda ni.
How frequent, Dr. Norazida, you conduct the polygraph test?
It depends on the cases given. Kalau lah yang JUITM tu, kalau ada kes integriti yang memerlukan kami buat polygraph, kami akan buat. Tapi untuk screening test, job screening, kami selalu dapatlah daripada organisasi luar.
Oh, okay, it's great.
Dan harga yang, kenapa kami private organisation, kerana harga kami agak kompetitif. Kalau buat di macam center, saya rasa di Malaysia tak banyak selain daripada polis, SPRM, even SPRM pun dia tak cukup tenaga pekerja tau. Macam katakanlah kes SPRM di negeri Kelantan atau di negeri Kedah, yang HQ terpaksa kena turun.
We proceed for the next question from Agayar Kani Ramaya. Okay, how to overcome some individual with strong character or those who is well known knowledge about the polygraph?
Okay, good question actually. This is it is similar condition where a subject try to beat the polygraph system, because they know how to, they actually try to challenge the way we conduct. Let's say, actually for the beginning, yes, they can do that. Okay, maksudnya bila kita buat 3 run of polygraph test, the first run they can beat the system, but not for the second, not for the third one, because it's all about the nature of response.
Okay, kita terus.
Because okay, another thing is I can rearrange the quiz. I can rearrange the question, because why? The subject already know a list of questions that I will ask, but for the person who try to beat the system, I try to rearrange the kedudukan soalan tersebut. Maksudnya maybe I compare the control question and relevant question earlier or later. Itu yang menyebabkan dia tak boleh nak suspect bila soalan dia nak tanya kan, because every question require him to answer within 20 seconds saja.
Okay.
That's what I wanted to add, Dr. Norazida, because this is from my experience in practice in court. Okay, we find that some people can beat it. That's what it's supposed to be. Okay, so that means you have to study the character first before you design the questions, is it?
Yeah.
Do you do a character study?
I can study the character from the information given. As I said just now, I should receive all the information about the subject, about the case, okay, so that I can design the related questions. Thank you for the questions.
Okay, for the next question.
Thank you.
Okay, adakah sikap gemuruh seseorang itu akan mempengaruhi ujian polygraph?
Indeed, itu yang kami measure, the nervousness, termasuklah dia punya nervous, dia punya emotional response dan sebagainya. Okay, but the different result will reflect. Okay, actually we have a technique actually which I couldn't explain detail here, so that if I explain everything here, maybe the future subject can hear about this and they know how to beat more, right? And they can beat more on this polygraph test. Okay, actually how we pair the questions, okay, for your information, for a strong for a liar, there will be more focus on the relevant questions. Itu saya tak boleh, I couldn't share more because this is how people beat. Macam a question earlier just now, okay, they know how to beat the system, right? Okay, actually we have a method, okay, to reduce the nervousness. The question design and the way we ask the question to subject, okay, can reflect to the result or to the response.
Okay, I saw Prof. Norma here. Thank you, Prof. Norma, for joining us today.
Thank you, Prof. Norma, and thank you to Prof. Norma as well for giving me an opportunity to become a certified polygraph examiner.
Dr. Norazida, what is the main requirement to become a certified polygraph examiner?
Actually, anyone can be a certified polygraph examiner, but you have to go through to the trainings.
Oh, how long for that training?
We attend the training for more than 6 months actually, and we have to do cases, more than 50 cases, and for the final assessment, we have to complete the 20 cases.
So for any backgrounds can become a polygraph examiner.
So far because Dr. Shuhada from our research fellow from FSKM and Dr. Sava from accounting, and me and myself also from accounting.
Oh, okay, good.
And Cik Munira, our research officer, I think accounting or business management background. Yeah.
Dominant by Ari.
Yeah.
Okay, the next question from Dr. Shahzusan Zakaria. How the polygraph can detect those who are really good liars?
Okay. Actually, we do have experience as well for this one, okay, where we conduct polygraph for suspect and also the person who report the case. I mean, let's say you are the one who report that the subject did something not good lah for her, right? Okay. Definitely, as I said just now, the design question will reflect to the accurate result of response. Okay, why? When I said 99.9% deception result for 3 times and for the subject, and 99.9% for non-deception for the person who report the case. Memang kalau a strong liar, memang they cannot beat the control and relevant question. If anyone who want to try this, please come here. I can test on you on color testing only. Don't do any
free, is it?
Testing, but we can do the color testing only.
Dr.
You will amazed with the result. Yeah.
Dr. Norazida, is it free?
Yeah, free for testing. We actually want to kita nak memperkenalkan juga Ari dekat sebab ramai yang tidak tahu Ari kan. Maybe as Dr. Shahzuzan daripada Hak Ehwal Pelajar, maybe later any student case yang naik court kan, maybe boleh masuk melalui polygraph examination, because this one we can actually build integrity punya culture kan, nak promote the ethical, integrity, environment dan sebagainya.
We proceed for next question.
Yeah.
Okay, from Hasnah Harun. Adakah kajian telah dijalankan yang membandingkan keputusan poligraf berdasarkan perubahan fisiologikal dan juga keputusan mahkamah berdasarkan bukti?
Okay.
Actually,
actually we do have quite a number, I mean lots of research done by Western researchers regarding this polygraph. Okay, and some of the findings do really reflect that 99% deception from polygraph test, and also found guilty dalam mahkamah. Cuma kenapa polygraph test tidak diterima di mahkamah? Because of the tadilah the element of macam people can beat the system as well kan, because of we only use the instrument to test the reliability of the instrument, itu sahaja. But the enforcement agency believe that polygraph test is really support their investigation procedures. We can find many loophole in investigation process and also procedures. Maksudnya memang mereka memerlukan kalau SPRM itu adalah wajib untuk menjalankan polygraph test bagi untuk membantu penyiasatan, sama juga dengan polis. Okay, sebab mungkin polis dia terdapat terlampau banyak cases, dia pick up the high profile case sajalah untuk yang dikenaki melakukan polygraph. Sebab tenaga pengajar, tenaga polygraph examiner ni tak ramai sebenarnya.
Okay, soalan tambahan daripada Hashimah Abdul Rahim. Berapa kali subjek perlu melalui polygraph test tersebut untuk mendapatkan keputusan poligraf yang tepat bagi digunakan dalam pembuatan keputusan sesuatu kes?
Okay, minimum of 3. Kalau saya kena buat minimum of 3, tapi saya pernah buat sebanyak 8 kali pun saya pernah buat, sebab the suspect try to beat the system. Ataupun minta dia datang lagi.
Dr. Norazida, any statistical analysis? after you get the graph? Means you run for a few times. Any statistical analysis?
Actually, we don't have any statistical tool on this. Kita hanya guna polygraph system saja. Dalam polygraph system is quite detail kalau saya nak terangkan keseluruhan because kita ada teknik how to calculate the response dan sebagainya.
Okay.
We have to do manually actually and we compare the result from the machine.
Okay. We have now UiTM have 3 polygraph machine.
Right now we have 4 polygraph machine.
Oh, okay. How much that machine? Right now.
The machine is quite OE lah. Okay, masa tu funded by Ministry of Higher Education. It's more than 200,000.
Oh, it's quite expensive. Okay, next question from Farida Abdul Razak.
Kita dapat tanggungjawab daripada KPT kan sebagai high COE and the Center of Financial Criminology, so we need to equip with all the technologies.
But it's good for us actually, good for UiTM for the visitor.
We are lucky. Actually, we are lucky. UiTM is lucky actually. We got ARI here, right?
Yeah. Okay. A question from Farida Abdul Razak. How far ARI has promoted polygraph to public to enhance UiTM income generation?
Okay. This one. We nak kata we promote tremendously tu tak tu sangat lah. We actually have a few collaboration with private organisation. Let's say I couldn't state here the name of the what we call the consultant. Okay, that cater for job recruitment for higher level. Untuk GLC dan sebagainya. Okay, kami telah sign MOU lah, maksudnya any higher post yang memerlukan job screening dia akan hantar kepada ARI. And we do have from a few private companies. Susah juga untuk kita nak publicize the polygraph because the nature of conduct of polygraph is not should be publicized the professional way, right? So melalui collaboration sajalah.
Research Center. Okay, so, I think this is the last question from Dr. Mazlan Cik So. Apakah perancangan masa depan Polygraph Center UiTM?
Okay, selain daripada kami bagi servis kepada tugas kami kepada Jabatan Integriti, we do hope that it could be extended to hak ehwal pelajar, bahagian hak ehwal pelajar dan juga maybe for jabatan fakulti undang-undang, we can do some collaboration to enhance knowledge in polygraph and also definitely for income generation. We focus on UiTM and for income generation for outside. Boleh juga kalau UiTM nak bayar lebih pada kami pun kami alih-alihkan. But we lebih buat income generation daripada luar.
Outside. Okay.
And for your information as well, ARI Polygraph, I've been invited to Dhaka, United International University in Dhaka to conduct a training on polygraph.
Wow, great.
Yeah.
Means all the examiner become trainer now.
Yeah.
Certified. Okay, another question from Agaya. Is there any ethical issue or conflict individual right when the individual are called more than 3 times to attend and go through the polygraph test?
I think we don't have any ethical issues here because when we ask them to come back to do for another test, also with his or her consent. Kalau dia tak mau pun kami tak boleh buat. Yeah, we back to the consent from the subject.
Okay, any more question from the participant? I think most of us have learned a lot of new, especially new terminology today regarding to the polygraph. And for the first time, I know about the presence of polygraph lab. Thank you, Dr. Norazida, for the good presentation, impressive presentation, and sharing a lot of knowledge with us today. For the participant, just to remind again, please fill in your feedback form as your attendance, and the recording seminar, this recording webinar will be posted in our official FB platform. Okay, with that, I think I thank you for all of us for joining today's webinar entitled Polygraph and Fraud, the Science of Lie Detection. See you again, and hopefully you have a great day ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Nadiana. Thank you, everyone. Okay, anything, please contact me. All right, thank you. Assalamualaikum.
Dr. Norazida, can you share your email maybe here in the chat column?
Sure, I will share my email at itm.edu.my. All right? Okay.
Okay, any question you may send an email to Dr. Norazida. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Okay, bye.